The First 20 Days. How the World Went to War. Act 1. The Spark. June 28, 1914. A sunny summer morning in Sarajevo, Bosnia. The streets are lined with spectators. They've come to see Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, and his beloved wife Sophie. Within hours, 2 gunshots will echo around the world, and within a month, millions of men will be marching to war. This is the story of how 20 days changed everything. Franz Ferdinand's visit to Sarajevo is controversial from the start. It's the anniversary of a historic Serbian defeat, a deliberate insult to Serbian nationalists who dream of independence from Austro-Hungarian rule. The motorcade wins through the city streets. At 10:15 a.m., a bomb is hurled at the Archduke's car. It bounces off, exploding beneath the following vehicle. Several people are wounded, but Franz Ferdinand and Sophie are unharmed. The Archduke insists on visiting the wounded in the hospital. But someone makes a fatal error. No one tells the drivers about the route change. At approximately 11 a.m., the motorcade takes a wrong turn onto Franz Joseph Street. The driver realizes his mistake and begins to reverse. The car stalls. 19-year-old Gavrilo Princip, a Serbian nationalist and member of the secret organization known as the Black Hand, is standing on the corner. He can't believe his luck. The car has stopped right in front of him. He raises his pistol. 2 shots. Sophie is hit in the abdomen. Franz Ferdinand in the neck. Within minutes, both are dead. Princip is immediately apprehended. He's too young for the death penalty under Austro-Hungarian law. He'll die in prison 4 years later of tuberculosis. Before the war he helped ignite comes to an end. In Vienna, the assassination creates outrage, but also opportunity. Austria-Hungary has long viewed Serbia as a threat to its empire, a beacon for Slavic nationalism that could tear the multi-ethnic empire apart. Day 1 to 2, June 29th to 30th, 1914. The wheels begin turning. But here's what most people don't understand. Austria-Hungary doesn't immediately declare war. Instead, they carefully calculate their next move. July 1st to 5th, 1914. Diplomatic cables fly between Vienna and Berlin. Austria-Hungary needs one crucial thing: German support. Without it, they risk intervention by Russia, Serbia's Slavic protector. On July 5th, exactly 1 week after the assassination, Germany gives Austria-Hungary what becomes known as the blank check. Kaiser Wilhelm II promises unconditional support for whatever action Austria-Hungary decides to take. This is the first domino. Day 8 to 25, July 6th to 23rd, 1914. For 17 days, Europe holds its breath. Austria-Hungary deliberately delays, wanting to ensure the world's sympathy doesn't shift to Serbia. They craft an ultimatum, one designed to be rejected. The demands are extraordinary. Serbia must suppress all anti-Austrian publications, dissolve nationalist organizations, and, most controversially, allow Austro-Hungarian officials to operate within Serbia's borders to investigate the conspiracy. It's an ultimatum that would effectively end Serbian sovereignty. On July 23rd, 25 days after the assassination, the ultimatum is delivered. Serbia has just 48 hours to respond. Act 2. The Cascade. The ultimatum and response. Day 26 to 27, July 24th to 25th, 1914. In Belgrade, the Serbian government faces an impossible choice. Accept the terms and lose their independence. Reject them and face war with the Austro-Hungarian Empire. On July 25th, Serbia delivers their response. They accept nearly all the demands, except the one that would allow Austrian police to operate on Serbian soil. It's a surprisingly conciliatory reply. Most European leaders breathe a sigh of relief. Surely this will be enough. But Austria-Hungary has already decided. The partial acceptance is treated as complete rejection. Day 28, July 26, 1914. Austria-Hungary begins mobilizing its army. Day 29, July 27, 1914. Russia, protector of Slavic peoples and Serbia's ally, begins preparing for partial mobilization. Day 30, July 28, 1914. Exactly 1 month after the assassination, Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia. Most Europeans still believe this will be a localized Balkan conflict, another small war in a region known for them. They are catastrophically wrong. The alliance system activates. Europe in 1914 is bound by a complex web of alliances, mutual defense pacts designed to prevent war through deterrence. Instead, they're about to guarantee it. Day 31. July 29, 1914. Austria-Hungarian artillery begins shelling Belgrade. The first shots of World War I thunder across the Danube River. Russia faces a choice: abandon Serbia or risk war with Austria-Hungary, and by extension Germany. Day 32. July 30, 1914. Russia orders general mobilization. This is the second domino. Germany, allied with Austria-Hungary, views Russian mobilization as an act of aggression. But Germany faces a nightmare scenario: a two-front war against both Russia in the east and France in the west. Germany's military plan, the Schlieffen Plan, requires Germany to move fast, defeat France in 6 weeks, then turn all forces against Russia. But the plan only works if Germany strikes first. Day 33. July 31, 1914. Germany issues ultimatums to both Russia and France. Russia must cease mobilization within 12 hours. France must declare whether it will remain neutral in a Russo-German war. Time is running out. Day 34. August 1, 1914. Russia's ultimatum expires. At 5 p.m., Germany declares war on Russia. France orders general mobilization. They know what's coming. Day 35. August 2, 1914. German troops enter Luxembourg, a small neutral nation without resistance. They're positioning for the Schlieffen Plan's massive sweep through Belgium into France. Germany delivers an ultimatum to Belgium: allow German troops free passage through Belgian territory or face invasion. Day 36. August 3, 1914. Belgium refuses. Their neutrality has been guaranteed by treaty since 1839. Germany declares war on France. The Schlieffen Plan is now in motion. Belgium appeals to Britain for help. Britain enters the war. Day 37. August 4, 1914. Britain faces its own terrible choice. An 1839 treaty guarantees Belgian neutrality. But is it worth a world war? At 8 p.m., German troops already crossing into Belgium. Britain issues its own ultimatum. Germany must withdraw from Belgium by midnight. The deadline passes with no response. At 11 p.m. London time, Britain declares war on Germany. Foreign Secretary Sir Edward Grey famously remarks, "The lamps are going out all over Europe. We shall not see them lit again in our lifetime." In just 8 days, the alliance system has transformed a regional conflict into a continental war involving all of Europe's great powers. The world's empires control colonies across the globe. This European war is about to become a world war. Act 3. The Invasion. The Battle of Liège. Day 38. August 5, 1914. German forces launch their assault on the Belgian city of Liège, the gateway to France. The Schlieffen Plan requires speed. Every day of delay gives France more time to prepare and Russia more time to mobilize. But Germany has miscalculated. Belgium fights back. Liège is defended by a ring of 12 modern concrete forts, considered among the strongest fortifications in Europe. The city's garrison commander, General Gerard Lehmann, has 36,000 troops and orders to hold at all costs. The German Second Army, commanded by General Karl von Bülow, has 100,000 men. They expect to sweep through Belgium in days. They're wrong. Day 39 to 40. August 6 to 7, 1914. German infantry assaults are repulsed with heavy casualties. The fort's artillery tears through advancing columns. The Germans have brought insufficient siege equipment. The march to Paris grinds to a halt outside Liège. Back in Berlin, military planners are panicking. Every day counts. The entire Schlieffen Plan is based on speed, defeating France before Russia can fully mobilize its massive army. Day 41 to 43. August 8 to 10, 1914. Germany rushes heavy siege artillery to Liège. massive 420mm howitzers built by Krupp, soon to be nicknamed Big Bertha. These guns can fire shells weighing over 1,800 pounds. Day 44 to 46. August 11th to 13th, 1914. The siege guns open fire. The results are devastating. The concrete forts, once thought impregnable, begin to crumble under the massive shells. One by one, the forts fall. But Liège has bought precious time, mobilization and movement. Day 47. August 14th, 1914. While Germany struggles at Liège all across Europe, millions of men are mobilizing. The scale is unprecedented in human history. Germany mobilizes 3.8 million men. Russia begins mobilizing 5 million, though it will take weeks to fully deploy across vast distances. France mobilizes 3.7 million. Austria-Hungary mobilizes 3 million. Britain begins deploying its expeditionary force, 160,000 professional soldiers, to France. In every nation, the scenes are eerily similar. Men crowd railway stations. Bands play. Crowds cheer. Women wave handkerchiefs. Everyone believes the war will be over by Christmas. They have no conception of what's coming. Day 48. August 15th, 1914. The last fort at Liège falls. The road to France is open, but Germany has lost nearly 2 weeks. Day 49. August 16th, 1914. The German 1st, 2nd, and 3rd armies, over 750,000 men, begin their massive wheel through Belgium toward France. The largest military operation in history is underway. In the east, Russia moves faster than expected. Russian armies begin invading East Prussia, German territory. The two-front war Germany feared has begun. Day 50. August 17th, 1914. 20 days into the war, the armies are finally colliding. French forces advance into Alsace-Lorraine, French territory lost to Germany in 1871, in a campaign called Plan 17. They're determined to reclaim their lost provinces. Belgian forces, still fighting, retreat toward Antwerp. The British Expeditionary Force begins landing in France. And across the Channel, Britain blockades German ports. The naval war has begun. In just 20 days, the world has been transformed. A single assassination in Sarajevo has cascaded through the alliance system, pulling every major European power into conflict. The Austro-Hungarian artillery that began shelling Belgrade on July 29th has grown into a continental conflagration involving nearly 20 million soldiers. The war everyone thought would be over by Christmas will last 4 years and claim 20 million lives. Entire empires will collapse. The map of Europe will be redrawn. The world order itself will shatter. But standing here on August 17, 1914, day 20 of the Great War, no one knows this yet. The soldiers marching toward the front still believe in glory and adventure. The generals still believe in decisive battles and quick victories. The politicians still believe their cause is righteous and their triumph inevitable. They're all catastrophically wrong. The trenches are waiting. The Somme is waiting. Verdun is waiting. 4 years of industrialized slaughter are waiting. But that's a story for another day. This is the story of how it all began. How one assassination, 8 days of diplomatic crisis, and 12 days of military mobilization led to the war that would end all wars. Except, of course, it didn't. 20 days that changed the world. At June 28th, the assassination July 28th, Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia, August 1st. Germany declares war on Russia, August 3rd. Germany declares war on France, August 4th. Britain declares war on Germany, August 5th to 16th. The Battle of Liège, August 17th. The armies collide. By September, the Western Front will have formed. A continuous line of trenches stretching from the Swiss border to the North Sea. The war of movement will end. The war of attrition will begin. And the 20th century's true character, industrial, brutal, and unforgiving, will be revealed at last. What happened next? Like and subscribe for more interesting videos like this. Thanks for watching.